Man, what's up, YouTube? It's your boy Keith, man. I'm back at it again with another video. This is a video I feel like that everybody can relate to this video in a sense, regardless of gender, regardless of, skin tone, whatever it may be. Overcoming temptations. And the definition of temptation is the desire to do something that's bad or unwise. Growing up, we all have, friends who, they either drink or they do some type of drugs, or they might, they might cheat on their girlfriend, they might, cheat on their boyfriend. And all of those things are temptations because you're doing something that's bad, that you know is bad, or it's not necessarily wise. It's not wise, right? So that's all considered a temptation. But these temptations, in my opinion, they come from impulsive thinking. It's right there in the moment. Peer pressure. I was peer pressured by plenty of my homeboys, that would, do other activities. Hey, bro, man, just hit it one time. Trying to convince you to do drugs. Hey, bro, man, one sip ain't gonna hurt, bro. Just take one shot. One shot ain't gonna hurt, bro. It ain't gonna hurt. That's what they'll tell you, right? They're trying to convince you. They're trying to persuade you into doing something that you really don't want to do because you know it's bad for you. Or it's not the wisest thing to do, but they'll convince you to do it. Right? They'll try to, talk you into doing it. I never really had those problems. People would try to convince me to do it, but I always told them no. Because I was never interested in doing those activities. I never woke up and say, hey, man, let me hit the blunt one time. I never woke up and said that. I never woke up and say, hey, bro, I want to drink some beer today. Hey, bro, let me take a shot today. I never woke up and said that, bro. I wake up and say, man, where the money at? I wake up and say, hey, bro, I need to make 6 figures a year. I wake up and I say, hey, bro, I need to improve my physique. Hey, bro, I need to improve my looks. I wake up and say, hey, bro, I need to make more income, bro. That's where my focus has always been, is becoming the best version of myself, becoming the best man that I can be. That's what I focus on. So I never, ever fell into the pressure or caved in when people tried to convince me to drink, try to convince me to smoke. I never fell into that trap because my focus has always been making money. My focus has always been getting the best body that I can get. My focus has always been improving my looks and improving my confidence, right? But you might struggle with that, bro. It might be hard for you to say no because that 1 can turn into 10. That 1 can turn into 5. Hey, bro, man, 1 ain't gonna hurt you. That's what they always say. 1's not gonna hurt you. It's not gonna do nothing to you. But then you keep doing it. Then that's the problem. Then you become addicted to it. Right? So how do you overcome that? You need to put your focus on something that's better, that's more productive, that is going to benefit you in the long run. Take your mind off of doing those type of activities, bro. I'm not saying it's easy, but I'm saying that's something that you can control because it all comes from with the mind. Like, you don't really need to take that puff pass. You don't need to do that. You don't need to take that sip of beer, that sip of alcohol. You don't need to do that, bro. You don't do it. Because you're just putting poison into your body when you drinking, bro. That's just poison, bro. You killing yourself. You're hurting yourself on the inside. But you don't care about it because it makes you feel a little different. It keeps you relaxed. So you do it anyway. But I do feel like the one temptation that has got the best of me at times because I'm not perfect, man. I'm not perfect. Is the temptation of lust. When you see beautiful women and the first thing that comes to your mind is, man, I would love to hook up with them. You look at them, you know what I mean? Like, man, like she just look really good, bro. She has like a really nice body. She got some nice, beautiful eyes. She got beautiful skin. Her skin is beautiful. You start to put them on this pedestal, man. And I've done this before, bro. You put them on this pedestal like they're better than you. Especially when you see chicks on social media and they be fake, bro. They be Barbie dolls, bro. They're not natural. They be getting all types of cosmetic surgery to their face, to their nose, to their lips, to their butt, to their breast. They be getting all types of surgery, man. But you'll put them on this pedestal, bro. You will worship them in a sense, like they're the most high or something. When you shouldn't do that, man. You should control your emotions. Most importantly, control your thought process, right? Because we have a lot of thoughts that just wander through our brain, but we're not really controlling them, man. And we act on them and be in the moment, bro. Man, bro, man, look at that girl, bro. You know how good she look, bro? But you in the moment and you make a careless mistake. And now that leads to you being on child support. Because you made an impulsive decision, man. You know, we need to start thinking. We need to start being more wise, man. And I want you to do this, fam. Anytime you have some type of temptation, and all temptations is by default, by definition, are bad. Focus on something that's going to help you be more productive. Like I said, fam, I would focus on making more money. I would focus on improving my looks. I would focus on getting into the gym. I would focus on developing a skill set, learning more information that's going to help me in the long run, that's going to help me become more successful. Because that's a better path to go, man. Because we all get tempted by something, bro. Nobody's perfect. There's nobody that just doesn't have no type of temptation. Because you might have a temptation to gamble, bro. You might have a temptation to spending a lot of money. You have bad spending habits. So that's how you go broke very quickly, when you're not smart with your money, when you have no financial discipline. And these are all temptations to just blow your money away. Because that's not wise to do that. You know, but I feel like lust is a huge temptation that us men go through. It is very hard to overcome. It's hard to overpower that, because you might not be getting no type of women, and the lustful thoughts start to creep into your brain, bro, when you start to look at them as objects and not regular human beings. You shouldn't look at a woman as an object, bro. You really shouldn't do that. Now, some people say they might deserve it, by the way that they dress and things like that. But still, they're still human beings at the end of the day, you feel me? But, for example, in my life, personally, I was on a movie date one time with this chick, man. And, we was vibing, we was watching a scary movie. And I went to go into, to kiss her, bro. I went for the kiss, and she pulled away like these, looking at me like, what are you doing? Looking at me like, excuse you, because I was acting on my temptation. Why? Because that wasn't wise for me to do that. She obviously she wasn't feeling me like that, at that moment. So that was unwise. That was me acting on my temptation. It got the best of me because I was thinking impulsively. I wasn't thinking logically, man. I'm in the moment, bro. I'm in the moment. You at the movies. You at the moment. You go for a kiss and she pull away. Like what are you doing? And yes, it was very awkward. I was ready to get her out my car. I was ready to go home. I was ready to remove myself from that situation because I was shocked, bro. That was the first time that had ever happened to me in my life. And it hurt my pride. It hurt my ego a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, but temptations can get the best of you, man. But when you start feeling tempted to do things, I want you to put your focus on something that's productive. And when you constantly do this, you will start to naturally get better. You won't be as tempted to do things that you know that you shouldn't be doing, man. But I just wanted to make this video. Hopefully this can help you guys. It's your boy Key, and I'm out.